it's a country that you cannot see 10 pounds on the ground to pick. You can't pick it. Where you want to see him? So one conductor is saying, oh, your gosh, shaking your God. Like I say, I don't feel these people colonize us because the structure there is too.
As a shade.
Like, no, to be honest, I would be like, oh, sorry, you can come in, you sit this way. You sit, no. They'll be like, you smile towards me, like, no, it's fine. I just want to stretch my leg. I'm good. So imagine someone send me 50k, 100k from Nigeria, and I carry 50k. And I'll cut my hair. That will grow in the next 2 weeks. Baba, enter YouTube. Sometimes I'll take some pictures or create some videos, and in my head, I'm rushing to go back home to go and edit it. Like, I've created a banker, I want to edit this. Because even your struggle there is better than someone here.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of TUC, the Unfiltered Creative, where we talk about everything reality. My name is Everest. I'm going to be your host for today. Josh is nowhere to be found. But yes, we have a guest. He's a photographer and also a creative. I'm just going to let him introduce himself.
Okay. Hi, guys. My name is Abdulsamad Saliu, probably known as Damas Visuals. I'm a cinematographer, I'm a photographer, I'm all-round creative. I have a background in architecture, master's degree in project management. And that's me basically for now.
So cool. I learned you recently got married.
Yeah, 3 days ago.
Whoa.
Yeah, I've been married for I've been married for over a year. So we just came to the normal Ninja kind of party vibes and everything.
Was it like a court wedding?
No, Nikai. So it's like more of like a Muslim setting wedding.
Okay.
Where we do the exchange and everything. So we did travel for that to Saudi Arabia, but we just came. No, they did their own at home.
That's so good.
But also we traveled to just celebrate it. Then we are coming home now to just come and do a little bit of celebration.
That's so cool. But how is marriage life? Like 3 days of getting married. How's it?
So to be honest, the point is I tell my friend probably because I've been married for over a year before now. I'm already into it. Okay. Yeah, we're staying together. We literally been married. But the only thing, the difference I would say is the wedding planning. So it's just like a weight is off my chest. You know, the fact that, we're already married now, we have done the plan. Because I feel like people don't understand that for wedding planning, it takes a lot.
Did you do the planning yourself?
I didn't plan myself, but because we are not in the country, the calls, trying to look for this vendor, trying to sort out this vendor, all those weights. And me being a creative, I had to I want this, I need that. So aside that, it's just like a weight is off. We did what we want to do and the wedding went the way we wanted it to go. So
are you like the very, very detailed person when it comes to
too
those
detailed?
Kind of things?
I think too detailed to an extent. Because obviously I studied architecture, which is a course that involves much detailing. I did project management, which involves managing, detailing. And I'm doing photography, I'm videography, detailing. So I should say, you should know that I surround myself in that kind of cycle of being detailed with everything.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So you basically you left us in Nigeria, You left
I didn't leave you guys. Nigeria made me to leave.
But how's it been living? How's it been in general?
Leaving the country?
Yeah, living. Specifically as a creative.
Okay, so my story is kind of dicey in a way because if I'm going to go back, right from when I was in school, I started doing modeling. So in Kaduna, I already knew I was going to go into photography, but I didn't know I was going to do it full time. I felt like I was learning photography at that point just to. I was always this kind of person if I have a family, I want to take their pictures. If we go on vacation, I want to be able to do their pictures and everything. This is what I want to do. So COVID happened. And during COVID...
So you left before COVID?
No, I left after COVID. But I'm just trying to explain.
Okay.
So during COVID, I had 3 months into COVID, I was like, nah, I want to go do photography. I want to go and study.
It's just you just had the mind that you just want to go, and was it like in your
So
mind?
something happened,
Okay.
which is like a sequence. So my dad actually told me that, oh, you can't do photography. Among every other thing, why are you choosing photography? Like, there are so many other things you could do. Because again, I graduated with distinction from my school. She was like, oh, you had this kind of results. My son cannot be a photographer. You can't carry camera around. I know how it is. It's still like, I feel like it's now we have like a little bit of slack when you want to do creative work.
Okay.
So he was like, no, I can't do it. I should go and learn things like coding and those kinds of. I mean, I was just tired of schooling. I wanted to just do something I liked. So
Okay.
I told him I was going to leave Niger State, which was because again, I don't usually stay at home. So me being at home again during that period was like I need to just go and do something. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go to leave Niger State and go to because there was someone who I liked his work who was
Okay.
based in Lokoja. So I was like, I'm going to go to Lokoja. I'm going to go and do this and do this. I didn't have so much funds on me, but I was like, I didn't have a camera, nothing. But
Wow.
I was like, this is what I want to go and do. And I had some certain signs that just made me understand that was what was meant for me. So signs which were spiritual.
Oh.
So I told God, I said, see, if this is what I'm supposed to do, just let me know. Like, not what I'm supposed to do, like, if I should learn this, just let me know. Just show me. So at that point, I went to a friend's house, I think about 2 days later, and the friend was like, oh, they're watching a movie. It was an Indian movie. And it was about a photographer. And I was like, why is it this
Coincidence?
coincidence or what? I let that one be. I went back home. I still have that Facebook message. Someone just messaged me on randomly and say, oh, because I do take pictures like of myself, but I was like, oh, I know you're not a photographer, but I want to take pictures. I want to know if you can take pictures of me. I will pay, stuff like that. And he's like, randomly. I still have that chat on Facebook. That
Wow.
was back 2019.
But at this point, you've not put anything out?
Nothing. What I was just doing at that point was just posting myself. I like taking pictures, so I always post myself.
Wow.
I just start myself. Even my friends when we were in school, I always take pictures with their phone, and they'll be like, when I'm doing my birthday, the photo shoot, the intensity I put towards it, like to create good images and everything. And even my friends tell you up to now, like we met most of them. Most of them came from a wedding, and they're saying they're not surprised that that's what I'm doing now. Because if when I was in school, if you had told me I'm not going to do architecture, I practice although, but if you told me at that point that I was not going to do architecture full time, I'll argue with you till death. Like I'll argue with you. Like, nah, it's not possible because I was good at it. I was a creative. Like I was also a creative because I could draw.
Yeah.
So I was also a creative in it. So it didn't sit well with me. Like I won't do that. So the last one that now broke the camel's back was I had a movie I think I had a movie on my phone from 2018.
Okay.
And this was 2019 when I was saying that I already had 2 signs.
Yeah.
For some reason, if you have movies on your phone, on files, because then you save the movie on files. For some reason, I just kept the movie in my files.
File,
It was not in the main movie. So I think after like 5 days or 6 days that all these things have happened, I was just scrolling through my phone. I was like, oh, I want to watch a movie. Like this. And the movie was entirely about photography.
Can you remember the name of the movie?
It's an Indian movie. I made them watch one Indian movie, but this one is an Indian movie of someone who took a photograph of one old woman, and they were using that picture to trace where the woman originated from. So they had to go and meet the photographer. The photographer was trying to like take them to places where he took the picture. So,
wow.
And I'm like, nah, I'm going to do this.
That's quite an interesting story.
I went to Lokoja. Then the idea I had about photography was different from the reality I met. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So and that's what most people think about photography. So when I wanted to learn photography, what I thought was, just take pictures. That's all. I didn't know that aperture, ISO, depth of field. You have to use this lens. You have to do that one. Lightroom. When I went to learn, then if someone is color grading on Lightroom, I was take picture of the channel.
Yeah.
Like when someone say exposure, this one, thinking that will be constant for all pictures. So do you understand? Putting myself in that, and be like, so this is not just taking pictures. Like I should be thinking about what the environment is saying and all these things. So it was a lot for me. And then I learned that someone who was willing to also put me through sci-fi media. He was also willing to like put me through and explain this and this. But the only thing was I didn't hold a camera. till the day I was graduating. Like, so I did like a 3 months intensive program. So I was going constantly.
So what were you learning at the point?
I was just assisting with carrying lights, watching. That was what I was just doing. I was not doing anything like it was serious, but I was like, we'll go to wedding in Benin, different places. I was just assisting. That's what I was doing. I literally didn't have somewhere to stay. It was the person who, the Cypher Media. He just asked me, like, again, that was also a sign. I just messaged him. He said, how much do you charge? He said he charged 100 and something K as at that time. But, and I see me like someone that is very enthusiastic. I want to learn. Like, he did for me for 80,000. Yeah. Like 80,000. He said, yes. I said, okay, even the 80,000 I don't have. I have like 35,000. So don't worry, just come. I said, Lokoja. I schooled in Lokoja. But as at that time, I have people in Lokoja again. I was like, I don't think I have someone I can say, don't worry, there's someone I can introduce you to. Fortunately, the person he introduced me to is my friend. But we're in different departments. Okay. So I stayed with the person throughout the time throughout the period I was learning the photography. So I did that for 3 months. And immediately, what even made me, during NSAS time, I was still there. But what made me even stop, it was not like intentionally, I wanted to stop learning.
Yeah.
But I did that 3 months and I was like, NYC came in. Because I did put my application for my NYC program, but because of the COVID and the NSAS protests and all those things, so they were extending, and at that point they were like, okay, you guys can come for your program now in Lagos. So I didn't know I wanted to go to Lagos. I worked it out and like I went to Lagos. And that's how.
So NYC brought you to Lagos?
Yes, NYC brought me to Lagos. I already knew right from when I was in school. I just said I was good. If I want to come, it was so particular to me that I didn't want to travel to Lagos. At any point in time, if people say, oh, there's something on an event in Lagos or there's a wedding, I'll say, no, I'm not going. That is only NYC that will take me to Lagos.
Wow.
Then if I get to Lagos, I'm not coming back. So, because then, for those of us that, I grew up in Abuja. Okay. For those of us that in other area, I don't know for other people, but Lagos seems like the ground where it's happening. Like, the way we feel like, if you come to Lagos, the way people should, you have made it like you have opportunities and everything. So I was like, I'm going to come to Lagos. So when I came to Lagos to the camp, then again, I told you I've not
owned a camera
before. I don't know how to use a camera. So a friend of mine gave me a camera, which was like a DSLR camera, Nikon.
DSLR.
Yeah, DSLR, Nikon 3100. The camera was
camera.
The focus was him. He just got the camera and just kept it. He got it like fairly used. So DSLR 100. Like again, the first day I went to go and shoot outdoor, I didn't know there was something like. I was taking picture, but the picture was too bright.
Wow.
I didn't know that I had to compensate because I don't. The only time I touched the camera was the day I was doing my graduation. Like not even graduation per se, but hold this camera, take your last picture, and you can compose something. You understand? And I won't blame the person at that time. It was also busy, so it was not like
they didn't really teach you those.
It wasn't things. It was like observe me, learn and just do things the way you think you should do it. So when I got to the camp, I took that camera from Lokoja. When I was like, okay, I will use the camera to like do some certain things. I got to the camp, I joined OBS. I was the head of media.
Wow.
Head of media. I have, this is not just saying this, and I have like the magazine for the year I graduated. I have a page dedicated to myself there for Lagos State. Like my face is there and everything. When I said everything on my story. So it's something I could also still send to you probably. And
if you want to add how did you get to do that?
Like, like for every year, there's a magazine.
Yes.
For that year, that's it. Yeah. So because I was head of photography, I was also the head of photography in my branch, which is Shomolu local government. So I was taking pictures everywhere, but I was still working. I was working.
But wait, at this point, were you taking you didn't
picture of activities on camp? I was on handling. It was my set. Instagram became a very good thing for coppers. Okay. So I was on handling the Instagram. Our Instagram followers were increasing. We're gaining followers. Then we were begging people, okay, when you come to camp, follow us.
Can you remember like the year?
Yeah. That's 2020. That was after COVID. So and during that set, we're not. Lagos is known for having population, but because of COVID, we're not that much in camp. I think we're around 400 or 500, the total number in camp. So again, for most people, if I don't know, you served in Lagos.
No.
So for most people that will serve in Lagos,
Yeah.
there's a popular saying. Even when I got to camp, I was like, why is it like that? Most people that school in Lagos, do everything in Lagos, we also serve in Lagos. So when you get to Lagos camp, it's like everyone in Lagos State University or Unilag, are the ones in the camp. So for you to break through into that cycle, it has to be really, really tight. So I was the head of OBS. So I became like a popular jingle because in terms of
media, camera,
I was always everywhere. And people most people, when you ask them today, when I tell them I didn't attend Unilag, they were like, no, you're lying. Because the camp made it feel like, oh, it's a Unilag guy, because I know most people from Unilag and all those kind of things.
Yeah.
So those were the things that happened, and the camp now shaped me to also meet people where, because I served with the likes of Ashakai.
Oh,
I served with the likes of Diva. What's it called? Stereo Guard, Ikorodu Boys Manager, ISB. Wow, still friends. Like, he's in London now. Many top media people like that during our sets.
Cool, yeah.
We had like some media people were good, so I mingled with them, gained connection a little bit, and I went back to my PPA and I started serving. So during that time, I was now more focused on what's it called? The only time I take camera would be probably if we're having like OBS something or having something in local government. I'll go take pictures and that kind of stuff. And I'll do some little bit of community service and things like that. So the only time I have, aside that, I didn't do photography personally because I just loved it.
Okay, so you're just taking pictures.
I was just taking pictures. Sometimes people just come and I'm like, oh, you take pictures and this and this. I want to take a family picture and this. Okay. No,
so did you find like a niche?
I didn't. I even see now. Would I say I have a niche? I just love. I have a niche, right?
Okay.
And I have something I don't like. Like why I don't like it is not because of I don't know how to do it, but it's wedding. I don't like wedding. I like wedding videography, but I don't like wedding photography because I feel like for me, I like to take my time to create pictures and all those kind of things, but because sometimes I manipulate my pictures a lot, and you cannot even know I manipulate. Okay. But I feel like with wedding, the storytelling is too much, and it happens fast,
especially in Nigeria.
Yeah, and if you cannot meet up, I don't like to. It's not as if I can't deliver, but I don't like to be in such pressure. So sometimes in months, I might just do few weddings.
Okay.
Relax, because weddings, you know how it is. If you do it, you have like months to now start giving deliverables and everything. The money might look interesting, but the work that goes into it is a lot. Photo album, all those things. So I have a niche which is just taking portraits.
Okay.
That's what I like doing.
So that's what you do more.
That's what I do more. So portraits. So during that time, I started only weekends. I had a friend who just also relocated to Lagos at that point, and we became very good friends. So weekends, I would just go to his place and just relax a little bit, escort him, go out with him, and just, if he's going for photography job, I was just going to assist him. Like, you know, and this one is not like, it's not like.
Was he like a renowned photographer already?
Very renowned.
Oh, okay.
Edo's artistry.
Okay. Edo's. Oh, okay.
So it was just like vibe. Like, okay, and we got along very well. So my workplace was not far from where I stayed, was not far from where you were.
So he
staying.
pretty much like showed you like the way a bit.
Showed me the way, like, because basically I was just going with him. He would show me, but at that point I was not learning. I was just enjoying the process. Like, my joy that time was just to be like in this gathering and let me just be there, just see people how they are creating. I was not creating. I was not doing it.
So you're just observing.
My page was not even functioning that much, like, because pictures I take were all for OBS or something. It was a few times I would take personal pictures of people, portraits, get 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 there and there. You understand? So what now happened was, during that time, I did this for like 2 years plus. So something else happened and there was a shift and I needed to travel.
So you were talking about where you found where you want or living, the process of you living. So how did that come to be?
So with everything, most times that happens with me, it happens like this.
Okay.
So I think most times that's why it's people see you more than the way you see yourself, right?
Okay.
because what you think you are, that person is thinking of that different thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? So 6 months prior before I traveled, I didn't even know I was going to travel. Like, I had it in mind right from when I was in school. My friends would tell you, I'll say, if I want to further my study anytime, any day, it will be outside the country. But where's the funds? I didn't know. How it's going to happen? I didn't know. But I just knew that if I was ever going to further my studies, I was not going to do it in Nigeria.
Okay.
So things were happening in Nigeria, and I had an uncle who I was working with, who was also a very smart person.
Okay.
And he saw it. He called me. He said, you can stay in my company and you'll be working. I'll be giving you salary, but you won't grow.
Is your uncle in Nigeria?
Yes, Nigeria, but he has traveled abroad, stayed there, is back, has his own company
he's well established.
So I was working in his company as at the time. He even had to create a department for me.
And this was 2020?
2022.
2022, okay.
Yeah, 2022. I had served, graduated. I had served, working already with him, and he called me. I was like, I don't think you're meant to be here. And he just told me, I don't think I'm meant to be here.
You should have your uncle. Please, everywhere should have your type of uncle.
He's like, I don't think I'm meant to be here. I was like, he said it briefly, and I didn't really put 6 months to when I was traveling. I didn't have a passport.
Wow.
I've never flew on a plane before.
Wow.
So that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
It just happened. So when it happened, I'll explain how it happened. So he just called me and was like, okay, he didn't even tell me beforehand. He was like, oh, as a young boy, do you have a passport? I was like, no, I don't have a passport. I was like, okay.
Is it close to you?
Very, very close. It was at my wedding. He's my paddy. So he's like, he's based in Lagos. Like, he's my paddy, don't worry. So he's like, okay. He just called me to his office. He's like, as a young boy, do you have a passport? I was like, no, I don't have a passport, uncle. He's like, okay, no problem. He didn't tell me at the point that I want to travel. It was like, okay, we'll go to Abeokuta, have someone there, this thing, they'll do it fast. This thing. I was like, in my head, I was like, why are we doing fast passport? Let me just go. I went to Abeokuta, we did the passport. It took about 1 month. It was not coming. He sent me back there, paid someone, and I got my passport.
Okay.
And he called me down. I was like, now if I stay in this country, I will just be average. I have too much potential than where I am now. And I'm not even sweet talking. That's the way he said it. It's like, he's looking at me as a son, and he just feel like I can do more than just being in this company.
So he saw something different in you.
Yes. And I was like, okay. I even put it this serious. It was, even at one point, it was like, they're trying to tell you something. And, but me, as at 10, I was a little bit comfortable.
In Nigeria, in the system here.
Yes, I was a little bit comfortable. It's not as if I was staying in a free house. My salary was locked in. I was not spending my salary and this kind of stuff. I could do what I want. I didn't know how the system there work. But I was like, okay, no problem, son. This thing. We just started, made application, and I didn't want to do what I was doing at that point again. I was like, okay, let me try and change career and see what I could do with change career. But 3 months prior before I traveled, I already had my visa and everything. Okay. Even at this point, my parents didn't even know I want to travel.
Did you do the country you were going to?
Yeah. I wanted to go to UK, and for a very funny reason.
Okay.
For a very, very funny reason. I don't laugh.
You want to share the reason?
For a very funny reason. Okay, I'm a football supporter. Oh. I wanted to just go off Premier League. I was like, when I was looking at US, I could see that there was no club I support that is there. I support Chelsea.
So what club you support?
Chelsea.
Oh.
So I was like, I have to go to where I can go and watch Hazard play football and this kind of stuff. That was my...
Right.
See, when I went to the UK, that was one of the first things I did. I'm currently, I'm on a tour. I used to visit stadiums. I think I've been to over 18 stadiums or 19.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I like stadiums a lot. I like football.
That's so cool.
I've been to PSG Stadium. I've been to Barcelona Stadium. I've been to Chelsea, Manchester City, Tottenham, Crystal Palace, West Ham, Fulham. I just like.
Well, that's fine. Hold that thought. We're going to get there. but tell us, how did you now, figure out the way and then finally make the move?
So we'll go through this agent stuff and everything, and you're like, okay, do you want to travel, this thing. We chose a school. The school was in Scotland. At that time, I didn't know Scotland was far from England. which was like where my friends were, London. So I was like,
At
okay.
this point, sir, yeah. At this point, did you have any issues with finances?
I didn't see at that point. I was telling my wife at that point, right? My bank account was not reaching 1 million, and we're looking for. I was just following the vibes. We're looking for over 20 million plus as our time to travel. I didn't have. Listen, but I know I had an uncle.
Oh,
So,
okay.
but you know that kind of thing, like your uncle be like, how much do you have? And like, I have so amount of money. Like, okay,
Okay.
I'm marrying what I'm actually.
Okay, I get it.
Okay, I'm affiliated. So it was just like that. So
Yeah.
I had an uncle who was very supportive and like, okay, so listen. So 3 months prior before I want to travel,
Yeah.
that was when the switch came. You notice I was not doing photography. This was 2022. I was not doing photography at all full time because what my own photography was cruise. Then I quit the job I was doing 3 months before I traveled.
So was it like a 9 to 5 you were doing before?
I was in a 9 to 5. I'm a 9 to 5 person. In Nigeria, I was a 9 to 5 person.
Okay.
Always drawing, designing buildings and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Or supervising buildings. I do non-structural testing to see how strong the building is, if the building needs to be collapsed, demolished, sorry, or if the building needs to be, if we can strengthen it to gain its strength back and those kind of stuff.
So basically, you were like sorted out in Nigeria.
Yes, to an extent, I was. But now looking back, I was not. I felt I was, but
Okay.
looking back, it was not sustainable. And I felt that's what my uncle saw. Like, I was just comfortable. And that's, to be honest, he gave me a car. I had like a car. So, like, I had a company car I was using, like, to do small runnings, even though it wasn't my car, but it was basically my car. So, I felt like I was sorted out. But when you look back now, I know it's infatuation. If that's it, like I was just
that's with the mindset you have
right now.
Yeah.
Where, you know. So at that time, he was like, okay. So I quit the job. I was working with him. I told him, see, uncle, anytime you need me for a particular work that you really need my expertise, I would come. But officially, I'm resigning. I need to go and learn photography more because I feel like it's something I can do. Not do in the sense of, again, do in the sense of, in my head, I was thinking I'll get to the UK, I'll see fine houses, I'll snap, find people, I'll post, you understand? I was not looking at it like I could make money from it. I wasn't even looking at the finance.
So you were, at this point, have you gotten your visa already?
I already had my visa.
So you knew in your mind that you're going to the UK?
I was going. But I didn't believe until like 3 days to when I want to travel. Like, to be honest, I did not really believe. Like, 3 days before I traveled, my uncle came to my room. I had not packed. I had not gotten boxes I need to. You know, some people say they pack this and they pack that. I had not.
Was something holding you back?
No. But it didn't sit well. Like, it didn't resonate with me like you're traveling. Like,
At that point, yeah.
You understand? Like, it did not. So I stopped working and I went to Edo's artistry and was there. Anytime we shoot, we're going together. Everything we're doing together.
Shout out to Edo's artistry.
Yeah, my guy. We actually went to the airport together. Him, Lizzie, who is my very good friend, and Montage, Iyeri Montage, is also a videographer. They went there. These were the last people I saw in Nigeria before traveling.
Yeah, that's
like,
so cool.
they went to the airport with me.
Yeah.
So, Edo's was like, Edo's me, he's a friend, so that was the. So, he didn't take any money, so basically he was like, he's even happy I'm around, this kind of stuff. We'll always just him, we'll go out for shoots, creative shoots. I know how creative it could be also.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. So I did that for like 3 months before I traveled. So when I traveled with a certain amount of money. And that's where the risks now came into play.
So before you traveled, what was in your mind?
My mind was like, just get to the UK. When you get to the UK, you just be snapping fine things. I did not.
So your mind was get to the UK and then snap things.
Yes.
But you didn't have like anything you were going there to do.
No, I was going there for my masters.
Oh, okay. So that's primary.
Yeah, that's my primary. I was going there for my masters. I was going to do my masters in project management.
Okay, get it.
Yeah, okay. I didn't mention that. I was going to do my masters in project management. So that was the way to go into the country. Okay. But aside that, I knew I had something to study with, but I wanted to have like an hobby. I was like, I'll be able to post things people are not saying, take buildings, take people, and just, I'm a people's person. So I knew I'll be able to approach people. And this thing was already going online whereby videographers reach out to people and like on street and like, it was like, oh, they won't take pictures. And so that was like the idea. So when I got there, they gave me a certain amount of money and I sold everything I actually had in the country. And I had like around 2,000 something pounds. No, I had like 1,005, and I had like my rent for the next 2 months with me.
So your accommodation was sorted out for the next 2 months?
My accommodation was sorted out for 2 months, but I still had on that because I was going there to also go look for a job whereby I'll be able to manage myself during when I'm studying.
Okay.
So they gave me 2 months extra, which is 4 months, which I had with me. Do you understand? So that was £600. So with the 1,500 I had, combined together is how much? 2001. 2001.
Okay.
That's around, like, as at then, it was like around maybe 3 to 4 million naira. The naira was 700 to something at that point.
That was a long time ago, because right now it's...
Yeah. Now it's 1,000. Now it's 1,009 or something. So when I got to London, I was in London for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I went to UK around.
What did you do first as you got to the London?
When I got to London, I first walked from where I am. I just opened the map. Like after I settled in where I was supposed to stay, I just opened the map. London Bridge. You know that London Bridge is falling down.
So you had that in mind, traveling.
They just said, 32 minutes walk away. Yeah. I started walking.
You walked
32 minutes. It's not far. You know how many work I've walked in Nigeria?
You know, like where were you? Were you far from London?
No, I was in London.
Okay, London. Okay.
Yeah, I landed in London before moving to Scotland.
Oh, okay.
So
got you.
I was in London, so I was like, London Bridge. I went to London Bridge, just went there, just still reminiscing that, I'm here. I didn't even have like a plan. Like, okay, I observed everything in and I came back. Then I told you I had like 2,100 with me, which was my rent and everything, and my own savings I had.
Okay.
Something just kicked in me, and I said, see, I need to go and get a camera. Because I sold my camera, the camera I had. I sold it, so I just went there. I went to the camera joints, that's the name of the place. When I got there.
In the UK, yeah?
Yeah, in the UK. Camera exchange, no joint, sorry. Okay. It's camera joint that is there. Camera exchange. Yeah. It's camera exchange London. So I got there, and I was like, I want to get a camera. I got the video, but I want to get a very small camera.
Did you have like the amount of money you would want to spend?
Yes, I said I was not going to spend more than 800 or 900 out of the money. Lens, maybe 300. That was the plan. I got there, my brother. A73R.
So you went for Sony?
Sony. I was a Sony shooter. I'm still a Sony shooter in terms of video, but pictures now I switched to Canon early this year. So, and I spent 2,000.
You actually spent the money. You got it.
Yes, I got it, and I was surprised. It's a country I did not know anybody. If like Scotland, I got to Scotland with £40.
What gave you the sense of just
I don't know.
For it,
I don't
just
even
doing
know.
it?
I didn't intend to buy it, but when I got there, I saw something good. You know when you're testing, and I'm like, order and I die, you just buy it, and I just bought it.
That was in your mind.
I did not. I was not even intending to make money from it. But what I used to myself is, if I get to Scotland and push come to shove and I'm dying, because again, I don't call people. Like I don't. My uncle will tell you, no matter how I know he can help me. He even call me when I was in school then. Even when I'm going through it, he's like, how can you do that? I'll say, no, uncle, don't worry, I'm fine, I'm fine. And I lie, I feel never fine.
So how were you able to survive?
I used to myself, if things come to become very serious, I'll sell the camera. It's no more than that. I'll sell it. And that is where structures for creative now is in that place, because things are easy. You can buy equipment, you can do insurance.
It's very easy to like buy and sell.
Like if I want to sell today, I get monetary value based on what I'm selling. Like they don't just look at it and say, oh, this thing is 5,000. Okay, I'll give you 1,000. No. They will check the shutter count. They'll check the usage, the body, if there's scratch and everything. If it's good, you get to sell it as close to what you got it.
That's extremely structural. That's very structural.
So you understand? So I also told myself, I see, if this is not going to work, I'll sell that camera, I'll get my money back. So I traveled to Scotland through train. I didn't have train money because of I've plenty money.
Spend the money.
So there was a friend of mine who was supposed to come to the UK also, but something happened with her visa. So she just, but she got the train ticket already. So she just transferred the train ticket to me, and I was like, okay, when you come after a few weeks, I'll give you back the money. Let me see your train ticket. So I went on the train with her own train ticket, and I got to Scotland. That was all the story. So I had a camera and the lens, but I was not doing it for work. I was just. So when I got to the Scotland, I think after 3 days after I got to Scotland, I got a job.
What did you apply for the job or something?
Yes, I applied. When we get to that time, when you get to the UK, you just keep on applying for different jobs. There's a app called Indeed. You just keep on applying. So I didn't even know when I applied. But then I came to the country. People have been there almost 1 month. I knew some people that have been there for over a year. They didn't get a job. I got there 3 days. I got a job. That's Scotland.
Oh.
I go, just call me. Oh, you got this job. It's an hotel job. Oh, you got a job. Oh, would you be interested to? Okay, well, I'll come. I'll go.
So how are you like figuring that out with working and also schooling?
So I was just doing that. So my school was during my master's. My school was like Monday to Friday, which was not supposed to be so. That was not what they explained to us when they came here to do their manifestos. Like it was crazy because we're going to school like even when I was in an institution here, I didn't go to school that way. We're going to school from Monday to Friday, structured. Like everything is really structured. Only on Wednesday we have our lecture starts from 2. So I work on Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. So Monday I'm back in school. So 3 days work. And then when I wanted to travel, I was telling my uncle was just laughing. I didn't even know what he was saying. I was like, when I get to the UK, I'm going to work. I'm going to be able to make around 5K, 6K a month. That's like 12 million.
Wow.
Thinking, the idea of you just go, you just work. But it's not like that. It's like a very structured system that everybody's, in a way, there's what you can get. And that's what switched me back to becoming creative. Like there was a shift. There was the day I was working. And I just looked at myself in the mirror. I was like,
so how long did you stay in the hotel job? How long did you stay?
Close to a year.
Was it in this era, this time that you got the shift?
Yes. There was a day I was just working in the hotel and I was like, I just looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, nah, I was not suffering in Nigeria now. Why am I putting myself in this kind of situation? Then a friend of mine, I used to do all this photography. So when I got to Scotland, I would always go to the streets, take people randomly without them knowing. I looked for like 2 of the most popular people in our school then, took their pictures, so they posted. So they who took this picture, this.
Oh, okay.
I got referrals. And they just called me. I'm like, what's you do photography? Yes, okay, how much do you charge? I also tell them, 150. 150, okay, no problem. This is it. I had to take the picture. I didn't even still believe. I took the picture, I edited it. They gave me 150. That's like 300K.
Wow.
And I was like, just like this. And I walk throughout the week.
Did he equate to that?
No. Like, if I walk throughout the week, it's more tedious. And I'll make like probably like 400. And I can do 3 of that shoot or 4 of that shoot in a week. Meaning I'm making like 1,000.
That's more.
More than what I would make. And I'm doing something I enjoy doing. So I had a friend again who said, oh, my sister wants to do this and I want to do that. And this thing. She wants to do events, this thing, a birthday party. And I'm trying to censor some things because I don't want to call. The person will know what I'm talking about. So,
I guess
so they're like, okay, how much are you charging? I was like, something just pushed me. I would say 1,008.
It just came to your mind?
Because it was a full birthday. And I'm doing pre-birthday shoots. And I was like, 1,008. And you're like, okay. At that point, I was like, why did I say 3,000?
Wait.
I was like, why did I say 3,000? Like, you say, okay. 1,008 is like 3.2 or 3. Yeah.
So when you are still at this point, you're still converting the money. When you get converted,
you see, there's a period when you travel to the UK that you'll not be able to spend money too much because of you came with Naira.
Yeah.
So you convert. The period you become a UK person is when you don't think about the conversion to purchase things. But you can't go and purchase a jacket as at that time.
Yeah.
A jacket like this will cost like £52. There are some big brands. £800. That's like, if you calculate £800, that's like 1.6 million to go and get a jacket. You can't tell anybody at home that you got a jacket for 1.6 million and they'll not fire you. They'll be like, what are you doing? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I get it, yeah.
there's a period in time whereby people convert to spend. It happens to everybody. And that's why most times when people come from Nigeria to come to the UK to do business or do certain work, they always complain because you are converting. And look at the rate is not favorable now.
Yeah.
So imagine you are taking a meal, you are taking a coffee, and you are paying, some coffee will range for 3.5 pounds. That's like 9k something. Imagine you're just taking a tea for 9k. You'd be like, no. Do you get?
Yeah,
so at that point, I was always doing commercial. So the money was big. But do you know what 3.5 is? Some people work a whole year in Nigeria, you don't make it. At that point, I work a whole year in Nigeria, I don't make it.
Wow.
And I'm going for an event and I'm making that kind of money.
Wow.
I kid you not. Rarely would you see photographers at the end of a year make 8 million.
In Nigeria or?
In Nigeria. It's top photographers, yes. But then I told you I was not doing photography. Maybe top photographers will make that and more. But for someone who is very no shop, nothing, they call you. Most people don't make up to that. And that's why it's difficult for you see some people don't have cameras and stuff like that. So it was big at that point that I could go and do like a 8-hour job and get that kind of money. So it was that job that opened my eye. So the work, I just went and I went part-time.
Wow.
People even used to say, sometimes they say, they don't even know I'm working here because I was just flexing. Then I started expanding, and that's where strategy comes into place. I didn't want to just be a Scotland photographer.
Okay.
Yes, and I wanted to be a photographer that could travel anywhere. So I started going to London, flying to London, taking pictures of clients, stuff like that. So I was
how
everywhere.
are you? So at this point now, you started getting clients.
Yeah.
Was it through? What was your means of getting the client? Was it through referrals? Or
No, through referrals and through Instagram. So I'm a social media person. Like I believe, and sometimes just like you spoke about my dressing.
Yeah.
Right. I've had a client, this same client that gave me a job.
Yeah.
The client booked me just because of the way I dressed. She said when she saw me, when she wanted to even book me, I wanted to take a picture. She was like, where is the photographer? I said, ma'am, the photographer was suited. I was on suit blazers for the. And then I just came to the country. I had to go and get suits from Shein. Shein is like a low brand, but you don't know. I tell people that it's the way you style the clothes that matters. So I had to get clothes from Shein. I on the trousers, everything was on paying, my shoe on paying. And I was like, oh, I took my belt. So I was going to be like,
wow.
I said, ma'am, the photographer. I said, you are the photographer. She said, I'm booking you because someone cannot be as clean or dress this good and not take good pictures.
That's cool.
So she's like, that's what she said. And she said she's going to book me and she booked me. So if you go to my page, I also showcase myself a little bit because I surround the brand not on my products alone, but the brand on me. Myself. Do you understand? And that was the strategy I used. My personal branding was what I went for. So I was always going to events in London, even though I was Scotland. I'll fly, I meet people, connect with people, interact with people. Just like the way I met him, I was like, oh, say hello, and let me just follow back and just everything. I was just doing all that. And I don't know, every month I was able to meet up with even extra, paying my school fees of photography.
You were paying your school fees yourself?
So my uncle assisted me with parts.
Okay.
So I had to complete the remaining one, which was easy because then to pay the food from Nigeria would have been difficult.
Yeah.
Based on conversion, and then
stuff.
the rates just skyrocketed. So my strategy was build yourself, build a personality, and go on that personality to have this thing. So sometimes people will be like, if it's not that master is coming, I don't take there are people who, I don't lie to myself. There are people who take amazing pictures because I adore their work. Yeah. I also take amazing pictures. But I'll tell you that nobody's the best. Being the best is relative to somebody. But what will still be key is the person. Some people like, if it's not Damas, I'm not. And it's not anything. It's the way I relate to you,
Yeah.
the way I'll follow up after. All my clients, they will always become family. Because after the shoot, I won't just let it go. Sometimes I'll check up on you, make it flow. Oh, how's the kids? If I have that funds, I could send you something for a particular birthday or your anniversary.
Wow, that's so
So
cool.
I was just doing all those things, and people were just referring. Like, I started getting job outside the UK. Started flying to Italy, going to
Wow.
places like that, like to go take pictures. Milan.
So this is based on your personal branding and also referrals.
Yes, and referrals, and just Instagram. Like, even till date.
Wow.
Till date.
That's
Because again, in the UK, it's not as easy to have this kind of structure. What do I mean by structure?
Yeah, what do you mean?
You have a space. You have people who assist you in shoot, all those things. You don't have everybody's working with time.
Okay.
So you can't have a studio. It's difficult for most people to have a studio because again, it doesn't make sense that 90% of the time I'm shooting outdoor. Because why do you have that scenery and you're not using it?
Yeah.
So 90% of the time I'm shooting outdoor, right?
Yeah.
Few times I need to shoot studio, I will just rent a studio instead of compiling the money of paying studio every month because we all are busy and monthly. So imagine you paying your house rent monthly, paying your studio fee monthly, paying 2 lights being 2 different space.
Yeah, I was supposed to ask you, how did you get to like fit into the system? Because the different system
It's
from Nigeria.
difficult. It's difficult. Yeah, see, there's so many things you can't even explain until you get there. It's very difficult. Like when you get there, you need to even first understand what they call roadmap. That was one of the most difficult things, like understanding their bus system. What time to enter the bus, everything is like train time. If you enter bus, when the bus will be here, is there. When the next bus will come, is there. Which bus you're supposed to enter, is it B1 or
There's nothing
A2?
like Nigerian time there.
Everything is structured. Like the way you enter bus now, you want to go to maybe Ikeja, you can get a bus ticket of all day pass. Any bus you enter today is, if you show them that all day, you can go. So if you're going to Ikeja, it's that one pass
All
you
day
carry.
pass, okay.
If you're coming back, that same pass. If it's still the same today, you want to go to
So you pay
stadium,
once and then-
it's just once. So there's a structure there. Sometimes I say, I don't feel these people colonize us because the structure there is too.
As a shade.
Like, no. To be honest, it's too well put in place that that country couldn't have colonized us. We should honor. Like, I don't think they colonized us because
I think it's the
we'll do so many things. There are things to help people, even creatives. Like if I want to go to Ikeja now, and I feel like there's barely traffic, but it can be traffic sometimes.
Okay.
There are electric bikes that are outside. I just pay a whole day, and I take the electric bike.
it.
So I don't even need to own an electric bike to use an electric bike. Do you understand? So someone cannot just come and. I'm not saying there are poor people there, right? Even people who are citizens, they are poor, but it's always dependent on them not being able to do.
the work.
With the work.
Put in the work.
Again, it's not easy in terms of because there you're working with time. Everything is time. So it's difficult to come to a structure whereby everything is placed on time. You have to go to work 8 hours, you'll be at work 8 hours.
Have you had horrible experience with being a black person in a white country?
Yes, now obviously you would like Scotland is a very nice place, but they have people who are still racist in a way.
Yeah.
Like when I was when I was schooling then, when I was doing my master's, for some reason I didn't pay attention quickly. But I asked a friend and they now opened my eyes towards it. I'll sit in the bus.
Okay.
There'll be space beside me. And someone will come in. We decide to either go to the back with this empty space
Yeah.
or stand.
So based on because you're black?
Rather you sit. I will be like, oh, sorry, you can come in, you sit this way. You sit. No. They'll be like, you smile towards you. Like, no, it's fine. I just want to stretch my leg. I'm good. But, like, when you close.
You didn't know.
I did not know. I was like, it happened consistently, and I was like, I had to ask a friend, like, do you used to have this? And like, yeah, I had to put it into perspective to me. That don't I know that this is the reason why? That I should just observe that when I go into the bus, look if there's any white person sitting in a seat that is open. That you will not see. It's always black people. But again, they are good people, but there are some black people like, Even now, they'll tell you that you should leave their country, and the country cannot function without us. Like 70% of their workforce is from immigration. Sorry, it's from what's it called? It's from immigrants.
Immigrants, okay, migrating, yeah.
So it can't function, and I don't understand why.
Is it because their citizens are not willing to do the jobs that?
Yes, because there are systems to protect citizens. If you don't want to work, somebody can lie under something and say, "Oh, he has phobia for this, it can't work," and they're on benefits. You have this for this, you're on benefits. You have that for that. Okay, no problem. Don't stress him. They have things in place. Literally, you can go to school from your nursery to your college for free.
So you've said a lot of things about the pros with moving to another country. What are the cons? What are the things that you think that you don't really like?
Okay, let me finish. I think with the pros, in terms of being a creative, will be the fact that there's structure in terms of people find it difficult to get a camera. That's one of the major things for creatives in the country here. Okay. But there are structures that you can apply for, pay little, and you get your camera. You don't even need anything. You just need a good credit score. Meaning you know how to manage your funds in your account well. You apply for it. You get it. You put insurance. Insurance covers that equipment. If it gets spoiled, they will change it. No questions. No questions asked. They will change it since you have insurance. If you get this laptop and it's insured, if it breaks today, you just go back there. They'll give you a new laptop. Like no questions asked. Like since if it's accidental damage, there are different kind of things for you to protect. So there's a coverage that where you can get loans to start up businesses. Do you understand? There's the market for you to be able to explore if you know how to exploit well. There's market for black people because we have much people who are black immigrants, and most times those people don't take pictures the way we take pictures. I tell you for a fact. The details that we go into, taking pictures of cleaning your skin, moving this. So if you come with your own uniqueness and your own being authentic in your own way, there's a market for you. So there's so many pros in terms of structure, in terms of you operating as a business person and all that. The environment itself is conducive for taking pictures. It's just so many things.
So it's a good place, but you'd have to have a structure to strive.
Yes, if you don't have a structure, and again, you have to be able to put fear aside and be able to do it. Because I can tell you there are so many people who are creatives there and they got into the country. They are scared that, is this something I could do for a long time? Is this sustainable? Because again, is you operating on, you don't know you don't know where your next client will be. Okay, now, let me ask you a question now. You know you can, this year now, you can pay 1 year rent for your house. Some people will pay 2-3 years. And if you don't have your client this month is not that much, you are still cool because you're able to get something this month. But in the UK, it doesn't work that way. You are paying bills every month. So why would you go with something that is under guessing that a client will reach out or a client will not reach out? If this month you now have only 3 clients or 4 clients, what would you do? So to an extent, people will support with other jobs. I did that at one point. Support with other job where you have like a constant inflow and you also do your job. But you have to have a job that is quite flexible enough for you to be able to do that. Do you understand? Because until you could move that immigration status over your head, that is when some things will come a little bit easier for you.
You have to deal with like taxes and stuff?
Yes, you have to. But there's a certain amount of money you earn before you don't start dealing with taxes. So I think it's 12,800 and something or 300 something. I can't remember. I think my accountant would want to know all those.
So as a creative starting up there, you don't necessarily have to deal with taxes.
No. There's what you earn, then you start dealing with that. If you don't earn up to that, again, they are very, very understandable. You have to look at your expenditure has to meet for them to be able to tax you a certain amount of money. So if you are spending too much than what you are earning, your tax will be low.
So now, is this what you do? This is what you do full time?
Yes, this is what I do full time. So the cons would be one, the change in the environment and change in culture.
So there was some cultural shock you experienced?
Obviously, like the country itself is even depressing in a way. No. That's why in if you notice people who are, I don't know if you have other people who are abroad,
Yeah.
we like to go on vacation.
Yes,
Yeah.
actually.
You just want to go on vacation
So
because
what's the presence? Is it the people or
because
the
you're always
atmosphere?
working, and the atmosphere too is also giving that everybody's always on their toes. Like you can't even have your friends. Maybe it's once in a week they have time for themselves. Like everybody's working, everybody's hustling. There's money, yes, but you're always on your toes. You're always working. You're always working.
So is it because of
If any day in the UK, any day you're free that you're sitting at home, you are worried that why you might have worked. Sometimes I'll work back to back. I'll shoot back to back, back to back for like 15 days or 10 days. I've traveled, but that one day I'm sitting at home. I'm like, people are making money outside. Why am I here? The country just gives you, because you are doing everything monthly, it just puts you on your toes.
So would you say that's a good thing or a bad thing?
It's not a good thing because you don't have work-life balance. It's not. Even us as creative, I feel like we have, I want it a little bit better, but people who work professionally, it's crazy. I have friends who are in it, like, it's not easy for them to, like, do the two. So, again, on that corner will be, like, the weather. Coming to a weather whereby, you like, when I was in Scotland, you have, like, 5 degrees, but feels like -10. Very cold.
The change was drastic.
Yeah. Again, there are times that you just see during winter, everywhere gets dark around 3, 4. Everywhere is like your mood and everything is. So all those things, with you now being bombarded with so many cultural difference, changes, like people telling you, like, you don't now have to believe people's mouths, because in this country we don't believe what people say. Now coming to a country that what people say, their word is their truth. Like, when, not everybody, but 90%, when people say, okay, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, you have to now trust it. With you coming from a country whereby, it's just like when you come to Nigeria now, at the airport, they'll ask you for money. Oh, Oga, give me this money, Oga, give me this thing. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You now get to UK, you have this mindset that, even though they don't ask him, but when you land, your body will be like, why has nobody asked me for give me money? Do you understand what I'm saying? See, they can be so truthful to the extent that, let me give an example now. Let's say a company like Sony now.
Yeah.
You go into Sony company and you want to get like a camera, and your budget is like £500. Okay, you get there, you're like, oh, I need a Sony camera I have this budget and this budget. You explain to them, be very truthful. Okay, we don't have that. To be honest, they'll tell you, their customer service will tell you, to be honest, we're quite an expensive brand. But I won't lie to you, we're expensive. They'll tell you we're expensive. But if you want something that can do similar to what we're doing or even more, there's a Canon shop at the next place.
They will say that?
Yes. Go there. You will see something that is very good with that price. They won't give you suggestions. Like, there's no competition. Like, there's competition, but they don't make it like they put customer first. Or they can say, okay, we can give you a plan whereby you can pay within 6 months, 12 years. 12 months, 4 years. They have up to 4 years plan. Like, you can pay for that. So, come to a place that there's so much structure like that.
Yeah. So, what would you like advise anyone that is trying to like leave now with the current situation right now? Yeah, because
it's very difficult. Like, for now, right? I feel like most people I want to leave, I tell them that you need to be, because some people have the impression that if I just get to UK, everything is sorted. Nah, it's far beyond that. You need to understand what do I want to come and do? What can I do differently? How can I be different and how can I be unique? I told you I was a cinematographer. I was doing photography up to 2025. 2025, I just spoke to one of my friends. I was like, see, I feel like I was always getting clients I want to do the two. So I would always need to go and be looking for somebody to go with. And I was like, no, I need to learn it. And I learned how to do that. And I add that to my brand. But people will still stick on, no, I'm a photographer, or no, I'm a videographer, I don't take pictures. You need to know when to shift, when to add certain things. Things like AI, people like, oh, no, AI is innocent, I'll not do it, it's not authentic, it's not me. See, next 5 years, People will be generating things that you as a photographer not generate. And what you need to do now is you need to know how to now blend that into your own now
Craft,
to be able to get unique things. Weddings will never be shot by AI. Birthday pictures, some people will not use AI because even though when they post it, they know it's not them. It cannot give them the actual pictures of what they want or what they like.
Yeah, it's not realistic.
Family pictures will not be the same, but there's how you could use AI to enhance all these things. So when people want to travel, I always say, own a skill. Because there, an handy person is more valued than someone who's professional. Like it's more.
Yeah.
I don't want to call figures. But
Creatives, yeah.
creative and figures, and they also spend too, right? But it's your opportunity is more. Like it's more, and if you land that big job, maybe in movie industry and those kind of things, you won't regret it. So it's not only being a creative alone. If is it barbing, like just learn something.
Yeah.
Own a skill. Like when I got to Scotland I didn't even know I could barb. I learned how to barb. I was cutting my hair. You know now you want to save money. my brother, do you know how much is cutting hair? 25 pounds. That's like 50K. So imagine someone send me 50K, 100K from Nigeria, and I carry 50K. And I cut my hair. That will grow in the next 2 weeks. Baba, enter YouTube. Started learning how to cut myself with mirror. I got a clipper around 15 pounds. Got a clipper. I started learning how to cut myself. I cut myself for like almost like a year before I could now start using.
But you've never done that before?
No, but YouTube. The first time I did it took me time. I spoiled some parts, but the front part was making. I was using cap sometimes, and I would put it. But later on, when I started doing it, I became a master of it, like knowing how to do it. That was just like the phase I was trying to balance myself, right? So I'm just saying, what I'm just saying is, DIY there is a lot. You don't have the luxury of workmanship, like having so many people to come and help you. Somebody now wants to fix this frame, they'll be like, oh, okay, we need to call so person to come and fix it. You did yourself. You paint your house yourself because the money used to, if your phone, let me example your iPhone gets spoiled. If you are going to buy that iPhone for, maybe you bought that iPhone for maybe £800, the person that wants to fix it can charge you £600. Sometimes there are some gadgets that they charge you more to fix than even to buy. So that's to tell you how handymen, how they are being valued.
So in this conversation, what I've gotten is that the pros outweigh the cons of
obviously
living.
It outweighs the cons if you know what you want. Like it depends on what you want, where you sway into. Like me now, I know what I want, right?
Yeah.
But I also know that I'm going to be in that country for a limited time. That is not. It's not me.
That's not your forever.
Nah, it's not me. The place, I see like Nigeria, it's not me, but the country is not. Do you understand? It's not at where it should be, and we tried as much as possible to put it there, but it can't. Like we're hoping it gets where it should be, but to be honest, you can't compare a country where I grew up, 20-something years of my life.
Wow.
And I'm in this country for how many years? Then I should not start saying, yes, they have everything figured out, but they still have their own thing. But that was not my way of life.
Did you meet your wife there?
Yeah, I met my wife there.
Was she like a student there?
No, my wife is a nurse. So if you think it's, nah, sometimes I shoot out like in 6 months, and I'm not even shot in the studio. I'm always going to different places.
So how do you not deal with like burnouts and stuff?
Or what?
Burnout, like you're working, you're basically working all the time.
So with burnout, right? I think I've not really dealt with it. I dealt with it at one time, but I felt like, because there was a time I worked, and I was like, okay, now I want to just rest. I rested for like a month.
Without working?
Without working. I said I was not going to work. But it was like immediately after I rested, I just started after 2 days. I felt that burned out. Like I was burned out again. Like, do you understand? So what I've now noticed is like inside the work, I found rest in terms of enjoying what I'm doing and just taking care of myself as the day is going. Like doing things I like just sits well with me. Because sometimes even my wife will be like, She don't know how I do it. Like, I'll come back around 12 or 1. I kid you not, around 6, I'm up to go and work.
Wow.
And I might be on a flight for like 10 hours, 5 hours or so, or be on the train for 8 hours. Sometimes if I go and shoot in Scotland, I'll be on the train for like 12 hours. I'll shoot the next day for 3 days back to back. I'll come back on the travel another 12 hours and I'll start editing.
But you found a common ground on how to.
Yeah, I did.
Because now you're married.
Yeah. No, I did. The thing is, if it's something, I tell people, if photography is something you like doing,
Okay.
you'll find, if it's something you love doing. I've had people who want to learn, and I've had people who had learned. Is it learn or learn?
Who have learned.
Learned.
Yeah.
So the thing there is, people will tell you that, oh, I want to do this, and I have passion for the job, but again, is it that they're looking at it gives them a little bit of fame or money? If you're concentrating on the money, it will take time because it's a process. I've been on this for like 5 years now, close to 5 years, and I'm still growing. But the country does not also allow you to have that luxury of time to learn something, like, because you're working on with time. Days that you're supposed to be resting, you want to now learn something, and it's not something you're passionate about.
Oh.
So how would that work? So some people will do that for like maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and they'll just give up. They'll be like, I'm not getting this. They'll give up. But I've had people who really, really, really want to learn, and they put their minds towards it, and they are doing it because it's something you like doing. So something you like doing, you don't need to be prompted to do it. You just feel a certain kind of joy. Like, I just like to be where cameras are. Like, I just like the process of creating.
Yeah.
Like, it's something like, I don't know who said this, that if you find something you're happy doing without getting paid for, that is what you should do for the rest of your life. Because even days that money does not come out, or you run short, the joy of that thing. Sometimes I'll take some pictures or create some videos, and in my head, I'm rushing to go back home to go and edit it. Like, I've created a banker. I want to edit this thing. I want it to be done. I want it to be. Or sometimes I'll be reminiscing on the shoot I want to go and do the next day. The client has sent their outfit. This outfit is mad. Okay, I'll do this. Like, do you understand? Like, in my head, it's already like, I want to create this. So even the money now comes into me. Like, the money is secondary.
Okay. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. So, in a nutshell, living should be on creative mind.
I would say living is not. It's not. I can't say on creative mind because I would be partial in that way. But you should live with a reason. Don't just live because of some people. Just live. I want to go and do masters. That's what I want to do. Then I'll do photography. No. You need to live with a clear strategy. A clear mind of, when I get there, this is what I will do. During my school, I'll be doing this, I'll be doing this. Even though it's makeup I want to be doing, that top makeup artists in the UK, top content creators in the UK, there are top fashion designers in the UK. I know so many of them, like so many, that's what they do full time. You need to go there with the strategy of, this is what I will do. During my school, I'll be doing this, I'll be doing this, I'll be doing that, and this I want to leave my part. Or if you want to go and you want to work full time, you need to also go with strategy. What course should I do to be able to enhance this? Because sometimes there are some courses you study that is not needed.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's strategizing in a way that it works. Because sometimes, like me now, when I go to some places, right?
Yeah.
Even as a photographer, when I go to some gatherings and they are talking, how are you doing this? And I'm like, and I tell them, I have a master's in project management. Like, and you take pictures. I'm like, yeah, I manage my things, I plan my things because I have a master's in that planning and everything. So I could manage. I could work for a firm. I could work for BBC as a coordinator.
Yeah, with the degree you did.
Yeah, with the degree. And I have the experience that I need in terms of my job can show for itself. So that is my passion aligning with what I study.
That's really a journey.
It's
It's a
so,
journey.
so that's what I'm saying. It has to be, you have to be intentional with everything you want to do. Do you understand? So even though you want to work as a creative, you can work as a creative for a company and also be making money as outside that company, like building your own personal
But that's
brand.
flexible.
Yeah, it has to be flexible. And again, if it's not flexible, you can find a thin line in between. Is that you're doing your own personal work just weekends, so your availability will be open for just weekend. People who really want you, who really want your work, will come for you. I have a friend who works with Apple, he's a photographer, very good photographer. People who want him come for him. You tell them, I can only work on maybe Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I don't work outside that. If I'm going to work on these other days, if you need me, you pay extra. So what he's going to do is, guys, he's going to take off from work and come do your work.
That's so cool.
So they should always be like, you need to understand the structure at which you want to approach the country. You can't just get to the country and like, even people that have structure are still coming into the country and still find it difficult.
Thank you. That's so cool. So this segment is just a this or that. I'm just going to ask you this or that, and then you just answer.
Hope you're not putting me.
Is it this or that?
Okay.
So the first is save money or invest in exposure.
Save money. Save money.
As a creative.
Yes. Save
Why?
money. So exposure is relative. Sometimes I feel like too much exposure is a problem.
But isn't that exposure going to help you get more
So
clients?
that's why I say it's relative. But exposure in what sense? Like now, you see me, and I'm just saying it outside. Sometimes if you are too exposed, people feel like your value reduces.
If you're too exposed.
Yeah, let me explain to you. Now, some people, right? I'm trying to be very delicate with the way I'm going to put this. Okay. You know, if you're too exposed, right? You start getting people like collaborations from so person, big people. Do you understand what I'm saying? Top people, celebrities, right? Sometimes when you start shooting people like that, even the normal people who pay you more, we feel like you're not in their standard. You're too expensive. I know people who are facing that. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes your exposure can be underground, meaning from referrals, you're already exposed. See, I'm telling you, you see that number you are seeing on people's Instagram or all these things. Someone that has 5K might be any more money in a month than someone that has 100K that you're seeing. And some people feel like if you're too exposed and you're shooting just top celebrities, they feel like you cannot make the ordinary person to look this way. You have to be on a certain money level, clothes level, all those things to make it. And what is the primary goal for for a client to come and meet you? I want to look this way. Please make me look that way. But if they come to your page and they see everybody are making look that way, and it's certain class.
So you go for save money.
I'll save money. Because I can save that money and do some certain investments.
Okay. So the next is stay comfortable in your home country or struggle abroad.
Struggle abroad.
Struggle abroad.
Struggle.
So you advise someone to go and struggle abroad.
Struggle. Your child will ask you later, why didn't you struggle? Struggle abroad. See, to be honest, it's when you travel, Nigeria has done you so many things. It takes most of us sometimes 5 years, 6 years to drop the baggages Nigeria has given to us. Like, you don't even know. Like, this cut across so many things, even driving. Like, there are times that I'll be driving, right? And I'll get to a junction. I'll be off my head. I'll put my leg on the brake because in Nigeria, someone can just come outside from that junction and just enter. But there, it doesn't. Everybody understand that. If you get there, there's a giveaway line. You stay, you look before you move. Nobody is dragging road with you. No one conductor is saying, like,
I get it.
Struggle. You just struggle because even your struggle there is better than someone here. And again, one thing the UK will give you ahead of anything, or abroad will give you ahead of everything, is certainty. Certainty in the terms of I know what I can earn in a month, especially if I'm doing a constant job. I know in the next 6 months what I can earn. In Nigeria, you can be any 80K this month. Next month, your 80K cannot solve your problem that you solve this month because things has gone from 0 to 100. Imagine someone who is working as any 80K and working from the mainland, coming to the island to work. And petrol just went from 800 and something to 1,300 and something.
Yeah, it's going to be a struggle.
It's a struggle. There, it can never happen. If there's going to be inflation, they also increase your salary. If they are inflating something, they will inform us 4-5 months away, sometimes a year, that this is going up, but the minimum wage will also increase.
So this is pretty much expensive struggle over there.
Yeah, you are struggling without. I know people who are my friends that stop working because they pay more for transportation to come and work. That one they are earning. So by the end of the month, they are owing money.
Wow.
You are earning 200K, but your transport is getting to 180K. You have not even talked about food and other things.
Yeah.
So why would you work? So please go and struggle here.
Okay. So the next is talent or connection.
Talent or connection? Connection. Talent is very relative also.
But will talent will help you get the connection? Because people.
No,
people
sometimes
want to see how good you are to-
sometimes talent cannot give you the connection. Sometimes connection with good attitude can make you look talented.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
And that's why
one.
I say character. Like in my business, I say character. Even when somebody go and see and that person is better than you, like no,
I sell character.
So bad just Samad.
That's
Umati
so
bear me pay bag me. Umati okay can adjust the buy. Umati this one will be looking at me will not tell me that no, I can't touch this one. This is I will tell man your makeup is not looking good. Let me pay on this one. I'll call after the shoot. I hope you go home safely.
So in conclusion,
Yeah,
was it worth it?
it was worth it.
So it's worth it for people or creatives to strive to look for better, but have that self belief.
So, was it worth it is relative to different people. I'm always trying to be, notice how I'm always saying relative.
Yeah.
It was worth it for me because I did not have any structure in this country before I traveled. I did not own anything.
Oh, great.
I didn't have any commitment. I didn't have a space. I didn't have a client space. I didn't have anything.
What of people that want to actually go further, establish further?
So you establish
You
further.
can be good here,
Yeah.
but you want to establish further.
So you have to taste the waters gradually. So you check. You'll be checking like that before you dip your leg, right? You don't just uproot yourself
And go.
there are people who travel outside from here. They are valued there. They come back. There are some who's like what Josh is doing. Sell their artwork. Go there. All these things are valued. All these things are valued. Like especially when they know it's authentic. It's not AI. It's not this. They are valued. You can just travel to your country, do your exhibition, sell your work, come back. What I'm just kicking against is. And most times when we say this, people say, "Oh, but you went there, you did this thing." I'm saying the option you have must not be the option that I have to also travel there to do this thing. If you don't travel there, fine, it's good, relocate. But if you have a customer that is thriving and you are doing well, mix them together. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, don't just be like people. It's even me too. I had the opinion of, when you go to abroad, everything is sorted, everything is this.
Yeah.
You just have good weather and good scenery in that place, but you need to work. They don't pluck money from anywhere. You work for every kobo. It's a country that you cannot see 10 pounds on the ground to pick. You can't pick it. Where you want to see them? So you have to work. You have to strive for everything. You have to work for everything. And the system there is not a system we're used to. So if you uproot yourself and just go, you don't have a plan B to come back. But for me, was it what it was? I didn't have any option. Like, I didn't have anything that was tying me down here.
Well, it's such a great conversation. Thank you so much, the mass visuals. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
So, guys, you've heard it all here. Thank you for watching. Until the next one, cheers for now.